So this video is going to show you some of the features of a convertible car seat. A convertible car seat is a car seat that can be used rear facing or forward facing. This particular car seat is the Evenflo Sonus. And as always, we recommend that you read through your manual as well as look at the stickers on the sides of your car seat to get a good understanding of how to use the seat. Now, New York State law says that children under the age of 2 have to ride rear facing. Our recommendation is to keep your child rear facing for as long as you possibly can until they outgrow the seat. Now, the Evenflo Sonus can be used rear facing for children 5 to 40 pounds and 19 to 40 inches. When your child reaches one or the other, the height or the weight limit, and is at least 2 years old, then they can sit forward facing in the seat. At that point, the height and weight changes. As a forward facing seat, the height is from 28 to 50 inches and the weight is from 22 to 50 pounds, okay? And you'll find that information in your manual as well as the stickers on your seat. So the first feature on this seat is the harness system. We have a 5-point harness, and the harness straps have the ability to come out of 6 different slots. The lower 3 slots here that are at an angle are for rear facing. The top 3 slots here in the black fabric are for forward facing. The 3rd slot from the top can be used either way, rear or forward. So you'll find that information in the manual, but you'll also find it on the back of your seat. It actually is embedded right into the plastic to let you know how to use the harness slots. Now, if you need to move the harness either up or down, it's very simple. Just flip your car seat over, and you'll see that the harness straps are attached to this plate. Just slide one of the loops off and rethread it through whatever slot that you need. So I'll just show you by moving it down 1. We recommend that you do 1 harness strap at a time. If you take everything apart, it's really easy to get confused and not understand how to put it back together. So if you do them 1 at a time, you always have 1 to look at as a guide. Now there's 2 loops on the harness. There's a lower loop and an upper loop. This upper loop is for children that are smaller, where you need to really snug up the harness. As the children or child gets bigger, you can move it to this lower loop and that will give you more space. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my 2nd strap. And I'm going to move it down just 1. And it's important to not let these get twisted in any way. When you have twists in your harness straps, it really decreases its effectiveness. The important thing here is that the loops make it all the way around the plate. The other option you have here is with your buckle. The buckle also has 2 slots, an inner slot and an outer slot. The buckle should be coming from just in front of the child's crotch, not from up and under. So if you need to move it out, it's also very simple. The buckle is attached to another plate, okay? And it just slides in and out of the slot. And just make sure when you slide it back in that it's actually on the plastic. And that's how you move the harness and the buckle. To tighten and loosen the harness, everything is done from the front of the seat down here between the child's legs. So to tighten the harness strap, just pull the strap. I think I'm caught on something here. Yeah. Just pull the strap, okay? And to loosen it, there's a silver button also between the legs that if you press this down as you're holding it down, releases the harness. So tighten and release, very easy, okay? So another feature of this car seat is the kickstand. Now this car seat again can go rear or forward. Right now this is set up for forward facing. The car seat is sitting upright. For a child that needs to go rear facing, it needs to be reclined. So underneath the seat is this gray lever. It swings back and forth. When it's all the way back, that's for forward facing. When you bring it forward, it allows the car seat to be at an angle, okay? So how do you know if the angle is right? You have to look at what's on your seat. It may be very difficult to see this on the video, but if you can see, there is an arrow that is embedded right onto the plastic. The arrow should be straight. It shouldn't be pointing up or down. It needs to be nice and straight, and that is how you know it's at the correct angle. Now let's say you get it in your car and the arrow is pointing up or down. One of the things you may have to do is grab a small rolled towel or blanket and place it underneath the seat if you need more of a recline. If you need less of a recline, I would recommend that you really press down into the seat so it comes a little bit more upright as you're installing it. So the recline is really crucial if you're putting a newborn in this seat, which it can accommodate because newborns have large heads and very little head control, so they need to be reclined. As the child gets bigger and has better head control, it's not so much of a concern, but it still should be at the correct angle. Again, when you turn this car seat around to forward facing, make sure you flip that down so the car seat can sit upright and flat against the back of your vehicle seat. So the last thing I'm going to show you are the lower anchor and tether attachments and the belt paths. So this is in regards to installation. So you can either install this car seat with your seat belt, or if it's available in your vehicle, the lower anchor and tether system, otherwise known as latch. So car seats now come with the attachments. If you have latch in your vehicle, it's these little extra bars that are in the cracks of your seat, as well as tether anchors that are installed into your car. Now, these lower straps that are coming out of the belt path are for attaching to those lower anchors, okay? And right now they're set up in the forward-facing belt path. So again, because this car seat can go either direction, there are two belt paths. There's a path down here for rear facing, and there's a path back here for forward facing. So this is where you would thread the seat belt or your lower attachments through to install the car seat. And again, if you're not sure, these stickers are going to tell you which one is which, okay? And as I said before, these lower attachments are threaded through the forward-facing belt path. If I use this as a rear-facing seat, I would have to take these attachments and slide them down so they come out of the rear-facing belt path. Again, make sure that these pieces of webbing do not get twisted, just like your harness system. Now, the additional strap here that I have behind my seat is the tether attachment, which attaches to a tether anchor. This is only used when you're using this car seat as a forward-facing seat. It prevents forward movement in a crash. So again, we really encourage you not only to read your car seat manual, but also the manual for your vehicle, because it's important to know that when you're attaching these directly to the anchor that it's designated for, not a cargo tie down, not a luggage tie down. Especially in pickup trucks, tether anchors are a little bit more difficult to install, and they might have special ways to route them. So look in your owner's manual, okay? And again, this is only used for forward facing. So these are the features of a rear and forward facing convertible car seat. Read your owner's manual, look at your stickers, pull out your vehicle owner's manual to get a good idea of how to use this further. And as always, follow the manufacturer's instructions and guidelines, as well as following New York State law.